Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hoenn Gaiden commentary. Forgive the delay. It's been a while. Some stuff has occurred in the tournament sphere. Aerie was the grand finalist, but Aerie actually dropped out of the tournament in grand finals. So we had to figure out what to do. My initial idea was just to give the activity win to Fradazi. I thought that was more fair. But Fradazi and other people thought that was a bit lame, so they wanted to have a bit of a compromise. So the compromise was that the third place finishers, which were me and Paul, could play a set, and then the winner of that set could play Fradazi in the grand final. So that's what we decided on. So here's JimCool and Paul getting another chance at the victory, playing a set. We were the third place finishers, but since Aerie dropped out, we all agreed this was the best way to go, and I think if Fradazi was happy with that, then so was I. So that's what we decided on. Let's get into the games. This is the semifinals 2. Another semifinal. So here I am with my Deoxys Speed team. Paul with a Zapdos lead. And an unfortunate full paralysis right there, but it's alright. I've got my Spike. In comes Delibird. And Delibird can one-hit Zapdos. Isn't that just powerful? In comes Metagross, and Hail proving its effectiveness with quite a incredible utility in chipping steel types. Silvally Fire has just been hit by an Earthquake. Great play by Paul there, Earthquaking in the face of a Delibird. Of course I'm switching out. Of course I'm switching out there. I can't hit Metagross with anything. And that chip on my Silvally is deadly. And I Thunderbolt thinking something else would come in. But it turned out to be a Swampert. And I'm in dire straits. I go to my Electro and I get Earthquaked. It's not looking good for Jim. I should have probably exploded on that turn with the Silvally, but dunno. Thought the Swampert would protect. I would be able to save the Silvally perhaps. So I've just got tripped on my Electrode for no good reason. But that's alright. Delibird's in and all of a sudden I'm looking good. I doubled to Electrode against the Metagross. I figure I need to pressure this Metagross if I want to win this battle. So I force a Spike Chip on it. Plus I Thunderbolt it for some good chip. And now Delibird will kill Metagross next time it comes in. So that was honestly, Jim, incredible stuff. That was epic. And I got an offensive Gengar, which I believe that killed. And then we have the Swampert, which is the final issue. I just blow up on it and hope that Delibird can clean the rest of the game up. I don't remember if I won this game, actually. Let's see what happens. I Brick Break there. It's Metagross. And can Delibird finish it off? It can. I don't know if that crit mattered. And then it's Silvally fighting. I still have a Crabominable. Let's go. Let's go Crabominable. Incredible stuff. The Crab is gonna chip down this Silvally. And it's a Salaman's Lost. Oh no. Can I beat this thing? This is a problem. I think Jim's in trouble, folks. I think Salaman's Lost is not what I wanted to see. I went Delibird. I thought that Paul might kill me, and then I thought that Paul might go for HP Fly, defeat the Delibird, and then Crab would come in, chip heal, and be able to live. And then Rock Slide without the Intimidate. But it didn't play out like that. Paul went for the dance again. Very intelligently. And I know. Jim is down a game. In the redemption set. What's going to happen now? It's game 2. Let's get into it. In comes Jim's signature Abomasnow Hailstall. In comes Cloyster, the king of Hoenn Gaiden. And I go to Dusclops. Whoa. Parasect could be a problem. Spore? But Cloyster has Overcoat, immunity to Spore. A powerful ability. Unfortunately, my particular Cloyster here does not have any way to hit Parasect. I'm not running Ice Beam or Toxic. I'm running Spike, Surf, Protect, and Rapid Spin. So I can make 3 spikes, but I'm getting slowly owned by this Parasect, and I'm starting to worry for my life here. This is problematic, potentially. I go Dusclops, and that was a good Shadow Ball that time. I thought it would be another lunge, but I take the Spore on Abomasnow. I thought that was the best line of gameplay. And then Wheezing Galar enters the picture. I don't think I played very well against this Parasect. It's going to get another knockoff. But I can go Dusclops. My Dusclops actually itemless with Thief, so... And then I'll Thief the... There you go, you Thief the Parasect. Good play, Jim. Now my Dusclops can chip heal more with the leftovers. In comes Cloyster. Dusclops gets Ice Body in this format, if you guys didn't know. And now Cloyster can Protect Stall this guy. Incredible stuff. And yeah, this is what I went for. The my Dug in the back can now finish off this Parasect. So this Parasect was kind of a monster. This Parasect was giving me big problems. I think Parasect is an excellent Pokemon in Hoenn Gaiden. And I had to use a very roundabout strategy to take care of it, but at least we got 3 spikes out of the ordeal. And now it's a mix-up. Is he going to try and hit my Dusclops or Rapid Spin? I go to the Lapras. Figured he might try to hit the Dusclops. He did click Psychic. And now in comes Dusclops on the Rapid Spin. Crucial mix-ups there. Crucial. And look at the chip heal. It's incredible. It's amazing. Dusclops is a little bit broken in my opinion. Dusclops is pretty ridiculous. I've now rested up. And Lapras is going to make short work of this Suicune with a simple Roar. Oh, but it's a speedy Roar. Never mind. It's not that simple, is it? It's alright, because if you guys didn't know, the faster Roar will occur first. Suicune faster than Lapras. So I get a Toxic. I go for a Toxic. Eventually I'll force this guy to sleep and be able to Roar. And I Roar that time. I've got 3 spikes up and the opponent is getting Hail Chipped. It's looking good for Jim. Doesn't appear to be a Tyranitar. I don't recall if there was one. If there is, I've got my Dug Trio, which can eliminate it. And this is just going to be Dusclops walling the Claydol. I'll skip ahead for the sanity of the viewers because it's kind of a slow path to victory. Wheezing Galar can wall Metagross nicely enough. Plus Dug will take it out as well. And I can just click Will-O-Wisp to my heart's content. Now I'm going to try and wake up my Abomasnow, because Abomasnow can be useful now. We get the Leech. It's a Skarmlast. So, Paul can actually create spikes, and that's a little bit problematic. But I think that with my Hail, I still have a great advantage. Plus Wheezing is Spike immune, which is always nice. So we can take out this Skarmory. Dusclops has freaking Ice Body. It's broken as hell. It's overpowered. Wheezing also is extremely powerful in my eyes. I think Wheezing Galar was the most underrated Pokemon on the community VR. It was like B tier or something. I think this thing is firmly A+ tier. It's one of the greatest physical checks in the format. It even has aromatherapy. And the remainder of the game is pretty simple, folks. It's a stall team, so it takes a while, but we will slowly but surely just keep making defensive switches over and over until the enemy loses to the war of attrition. The Blissey is now dead next time it comes in. Whoa, how exciting. Yippee. And then the Suicune is dead to Leech Seed, of course. That's GG. The final game. 1-1. What are we going to do? I bring an older team. One of my earlier Delibird builds, which I think actually is not the greatest. And I get totally destroyed here by a bulky Doug with beat up, which has not been common in Hoenn Gaiden and completely got me here. I didn't expect such a thing. I in fact clicked counter. So the rare game where a Blissey does nothing. Blissey has done 0 in this game. Not very epic at all. So I've lost my Blissey. Yeah, really problematic for me there. I do have a Raichu, of course, which can help a little bit versus the Zapdos. And Delibird remains powerful. Paul, a fellow Wheezing Galar Respector. Oh, Thief is another great option on that. So true. And I blow up. I was hoping to blow up... I guess I was hoping to blow up Zapdos, yeah. Can't recall my exact reasoning for the blow up there, but Zapdos is probably the thing most likely to switch in there, isn't it? So... epic stuff. I've got HP Electric. So we do big damage to the Wheezing Galar, and we're directly threatening Claydol as well. I get a crit there. Decent chip. Happy for a crit, and in comes Entei. Entei can be eliminated by Dugtrio. Paul with the Steely Dan references. We've got the Third World Man and the Gaucho. I just HP Grass this guy. I do want to maintain my Spike. Don't have another great switch in. You know, the Raichu doesn't want to come in here. It can't do a whole lot. And Claydol with the Rapid Spin on the way out. No more spikes for Jim. Extreme Speed is alright against Doug, but it doesn't quite do that much damage. In comes Raichu Alola on an epic moment in human history. And right here I go for the Psychic to finish off Wheezing. Just trying to utilize my Raichu while it still exists. Can Jim make this one happen? In comes Crabominable. The Crab has given me such mileage in this entire tournament. I have to give it respect. I think if you don't think Crab is A+, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, look at it carrying me continuously. I got a Brick Break crit there. That was unfortunate for Paul. I lose my Raichu. It's not looking good at the moment. And then I HP Electric. This was actually a more complex turn than it looked. I can't remember all the moving parts. We discussed it later. But, yeah, HP Elect puts Suicune in the range of... Oh, this was the complex turn. Never mind. So I didn't Mach Punch there. Should I have Mach Punched? I don't think it killed, actually. It's Bold Suicune. Yeah. Luckily, no rest. I think I would have lost to rest. This was the complex turn, so... It's actually Wish CM's Thunderbolt Ice Punch, I think, on this Jirachi. So Paul could have wished here and lived 2 brick breaks and healed up and been safe. But it's hard to know exactly how much attack my crab has. Then I brick break. I can also represent Focus Punch. That's the other thing. Focus Punch on a Wish would have put it into range of Mark Punch and then killed. So the Thunderbolt played around Focus Punch as well. And I had a good para chance. But yeah, a bit of a weird endgame there. I guess the Suicune must not have had rest. And he was going for the para plus playing around Focus Punch at the same time. Understandable decision. I don't run Focus Punch on my particular crab. But it's a good option that you should consider for sure. Anyway. Bit lucky there in the final game versus Paul. I probably should not have brought this team. I don't think it's very solid. And the Doug was like an insane matchup moment. I don't know. That was crazy. The beat up Doug. I guess I've been bringing Blissey a decent amount. So good call with that choice. That was good. All right. And then Jim, after winning that one, is now in grand finals of his own tournament by a twist of fate. How did this happen? I was fully ready to give Fredazi the act win, but the people wanted more games, so I played it out. Here we are. Jim weaseling his way into grand finals of his own tournament. Must be nice. And I'm bringing the Deoxys Speed team again, but I did alter it slightly, considering Fredazi as an opponent. And we'll see what I did later. The simple gambit that spikes into the Delibird. Delibird with spikes down is a monster. Zapdos forced to take big damage right there. And this HP Electric is going to do a solid damage as well. Suicune is a bulky fella. And that was 39%. This thing is now having a rough experience. I go to Electrode. And I click Thunderbolt here. I was considering Explosion, but I figured Thunderbolt is better because I can just follow up next turn anyway. I ended up getting a crit. I don't think it would have killed. I didn't calc it. It's hard to calc with Electrode. It's got different stats. It takes ages to custom put the stats in. So I think my decision is to Thunderbolt there regardless of whether it kills or not. Because, you know, but I'm not sure if it would have killed. Electrode is modest though, so maybe it did. And I go to Crab against the Tyranitar. I go for a Mach Punch. In case of something like Fire Blast, you know. I'm a bit wary of Tyranitar's covering Crab with Fire Blast, because that would own Crab. So Mach Punch gets the damage in freely. And I'm happy to die just to chip the tar that much. And here is the new addition. I was previously running Silvally Fire. You saw it in the previous set. But I just chucked Weezing Galar on. And I figured, you know, even on a non-stall team, this thing's really good. It can check like so many of the physical threats of the metagame. Plus, it has Explosion, so it fits with the fast pace as well. Will-O-Wisp, Surf. You can't go wrong. I was running Explosion on this particular one. We didn't get to see it, but I forced the Silvally Fighting out of the picture, which is great for me. I mean, checking Silvally Fighting. It also checks Metagross. It checks a lot of stuff that the team has issues with. I think Weezing Galar really rounds out Hail Squads. Like, look how bad I am versus Metagross and even Silvally Fighting. It hits, like, everything. In comes Cleavor. And this is how you own Cleavor, folks. You just make Hail. It feels a bit lame, but the reality of the situation is that, you know, Tar is not as sturdy as or as powerful as the Hail setters. And I think Hail is a bit too powerful at the moment, if I'm being honest. I think Delibird is, quite frankly, the best Pokemon, maybe, alongside Cloyster. I think it's tied between them. I don't understand that, you know, in the VRs, Tar was unanimously considered #1. I think Delibird is a lot better than Tyranitar. And Abomasnow is really good too. Anyway. Here's Flygon last, unable to break through the crab, which is... The crab is a ridiculous Pokemon, and here it is defeating a team with, you know, a rock threat, a fighting threat, another rock threat, and a Flygon. It can be beaten by Hail, which is an ice-based archetype. Here we are with the final game. Potentially. I'm bringing my Abomasnow Hail once again. Same exact team I brought last set. And I'm up against a Zapdos lead. Lapras can roar out this sub with no problem, and then in comes Cleavor. Really bad outcome here. I'm now very threatened. I feel threatened. In comes Weezing, and this is a dangerous position to be in. A Rock Slide flinch will put me on death's door. Fortunately for me, I have not gotten flinched and done the surf damage. And Cleavor has traded with a Weezing, which could be bad. Weezing might be necessary later for, like, other physical threats. In comes Dugtrio and gets crit by Rock Slide. I'm actually running HP Fighting on my Dugtrio to play around Shukaberry, so I was happy to come in here and just click that. I don't think that Fradazi would have clicked Double Edge or Earthquake to preempt Doug. And even if it didn't kill, Abomasnow would Hail Chip the final remaining HP. But that's alright. We still have powerful Pokemon on the team. Lapras enters the fray once again. And didn't expect Toxic on this Zapdos. Got hit by the Toxic. So I clicked Toxic myself, expecting a switch out. I mean, I'm threatening Ice Beam, I'm threatening Roar. Didn't expect Toxic, so it looks a bit stupid. I could have just Ice Beam this thing. Really didn't expect him to stay in though. So I wanted to maybe Ice Beam the incoming Tyranitar. Sorry, Toxic the incoming Tyranitar. Because that would actually be a good game plan to win the Weather War. Put the Tyranitar on a bit of a clock. Didn't work out like that though. No, Ice Beam that turn. A Suicune is revealed. I think this is the same team from Fradazi. So I go Abomasnow now. And looks like the Suicune is EV'd to live a Giga Drain after the sub because I go for the Giga Drain. And it doesn't break the sub. So this looks a little bit dangerous, but luckily Lapras is broken, and now that Suicune has subbed down all of its health, it can't make any more subs in the future, and Lapras can simply roar it out here. A simple solution. I think it's a creative set from Fradazi to try to be anti-hail, but unfortunately, Lapras is just too powerful. I think Fradazi is considering my overuse of hail and trying to counter it, but it's simply hail is too powerful. Hail is a little bit too powerful. I could have clicked Thief there. I thought maybe something else would occur, but perhaps a Shadow Ball, but that's alright. Also didn't want to Thief in the face of this Silvally Fighting because you can't steal its item. It doesn't work. I want to get the lefties. And Cloyster can still be used as a decent enough tar check in a pinch. I would really rather use Doug for that, but... And then I get the crit there. I suppose that makes up for the crit on Doug. But hey. I go Lapras that time, and then... Silvally Fighting is the last thing that can maybe win this game. It actually is threatening everything, so... It's close. I go Abomasnow to give my guys chip heal, basically. And multi-attack takes out the bloke. Dusclops can live. And I burn the Sylvally and get a Lapras in, which can live a Shadow Ball. And then chip down the Sylvally fighting. So that Sylvally fighting could have actually made something happen. This is why Wheezing Galar really helps, because like Sylvally fighting is otherwise very powerful against me, but Wheezing Galar. So it was good that the Cleavor traded with the Wheezing Galar earlier for Fradazi, but I think that Fradazi needed to somehow chip down my Dusclops and set up for this win condition, but didn't work out like that. In a last-ditch effort, Fradazi goes for the Flygon sub. Didn't expect a sub here. I mean, there's no real reason to Will-O-Wisp looking back at it, but I did anyway. And because, yeah, Abomasnow can simply clean up the Suicune and the Zapdos. So I could have just Shadow Balled the Flygon into Ice Shard range. I did actually, though, in my defense, I did consider Yachi Berry. If it was Yachi Berry, I do want to Will-O-Wisp, actually. Because the Ice Shard's only doing like 30. I'm not sure if I would be able to put the Flygon into range quick enough. So I think I might have been, actually, if I could do 2 Shadow Balls or so. And it's getting Hail Chipped alongside that if it has Yachi Berry. But all good. We got the Ice Shard range. And we kill Suicune. And kill Zapdos with the Ice Shards. And we had a long conversation afterwards about how Hail was pretty broken, huh? So folks, hopefully this is a bit of a showcase of Hail being crazy. I actually, in my last set versus Fradazi, I thought it would be a bit too predictable if I brought Hail. I tried some other stuff. I tried my Superman team and some Sand builds. But here I'm just like, okay, let me just build the Hail, use the Hail teams I built before. I'm pretty sure they're broken. And then I've been rewarded for not preparing, not having any variety in my teams, using the same broken Hail squads, and I have been victorious against what on paper looks like really powerful against Hail. But the problem here is that Abomasnow is very hard to eliminate, and Tara is very easy to eliminate. You know, it's very easy to get Hail up, and then once you get Hail up, look at how powerful your team is. You got a Dusclops with Ice Body, it never dies. Lapras is absurd. Wheezing, Pokemon like Crab that can chip heal. And then Hail chips absolutely everything, you know? Hail chips like every type except Ice. The Ice types aren't very good, you know? Apart from on Hail Squad. So the Hail Squad has a huge advantage. And I don't even imagine Hail mirrors. That sounds like a hellscape. Luckily, no one else realized how good Hail was. It was just me running it. So, didn't play any Hail mirrors. But I believe that Hail is the best archetype in the game. Both offensive Spikes Hail with Delibird and this Stall Hail with Abomasnow are both very powerful. I think there are tools in the metagame to perhaps punish this. We'll maybe see if we can adapt. I do like Hail for the identity of the format. I just think we should somehow nerf it. I don't know how, but somehow. Anyway. I won my own tournament. Look at me. I'm cool. Thank you for watching. I'm going to start a Hoenn Gaiden specific YouTube channel and to make Hoenn Gaiden content, and other people in the community can also post there. That's a plan I have. I spoke with Rezo about it. He was on board with the idea. I'll do that soon. I'll probably host more tournaments or cover tournaments that other people host, play friendlies on them, show my teams, whatever. I guess I'll do a team dump now that the tourney's over. And yeah, there's been new updates to Hoenn Gaiden. We added Leedian, who has Protean and Pure Power. Well, Leedian already existed, but it's been reworked because it wasn't very good. It's really cool. Protean Leedian is actually fun. It's got good special attack. You can run. I was trying it out in Spike's teams. I think it's good. Pure Power Leedian gets like Aero Blast. It's Bug and Flying type with Pure Power. Gets Aero Blast, Bug moves, Dry Pass. It's good. I think it's good. We've also added Magnezone with Levitate, which I think is a bit OP. But we'll see how it shakes out, I guess. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Hoenn Gaiden is a great format. I love it. I'll be playing it more. more tournaments to come. It's probably my favorite format other than Gen 3 OU, to be honest, because it's just Gen 3 OU with more, and that's great. And a lot of the same fundamental ideas apply, but it's just fresh, you know? So, I'm a fan of it. Anyway, goodbye. I'll see you later.